Hey, what's up, guys? Getting started for the day. Just jumping in. No practice early or anything. I've been up for a little bit, but just kind of eating, taking care of other things. So just jumping straight in. We'll see how it goes. Hey, what's up, AJ? Yeah, it is super cold where I'm at, but the snow hasn't started yet. Not that I can see, anyways. I'm close to the Raleigh, North Carolina area. I'm guessing you're getting ready for another big race with Mets and LMU. I may do that same race tomorrow with a buddy. Hey, what's up, Jim Bobby? See what we got here. I think this is my yep, my special sauce here. Hold on. Basically just the base tune with just like one or two little minor tweaks. Zolder is not a track I've driven very much outside of this game. I'm definitely not very good at it. Okay. Yeah, they said we may be, like, they're not sure. It could be like a foot of snow or only like 4 or 5 inches. They said we may be in like a little pocket where we don't get as much. Like east and west of us may get more. Oh, we got Braddock in here. He's super fast. Having a couple of stutters here.
Full focus, full set.
Yeah, another big stutter there going into the turn. Totally messed me up. Yeah. it like just hard stuttered. I don't know if you guys could see that, but as I'm trying to brake and turn in, and completely threw me off. Now I'm gonna get behind. Hopefully this guy's fast. I mean, jeez. Yeah, after that spin, so I don't know when I set this up. This will be my first time at this track in the rank, so by the shadows, the conditions are definitely different. So not sure how good the setup will be. Ooh, late there. So weird, the first couple of laps. Like, they always feel the same in practice regardless if I have the track rubbered in or not. But it seems that it doesn't work in practice, but it works here. Because as you go, the track definitely feels more rubbered in. Hey AJ, yeah, I guess what they mentioned me, was it about PMR or something maybe? Oh, I do have a buddy who's a big fan of Nick. Like, I mean, I think he's a great streamer. He may have been in there and mentioned it. Alright, let's see if we can put together 2 good laps here. In practice, I could get into the low to mid 33s, so I don't think I'm going to do it in these track conditions. Yeah, just that start alone is going to cost me time. That's a bad start.
Well done. The time is screen shared. You're the fastest car out there right now.
Being conservative there. Oh yeah, yeah, that was Wannabe. Yeah, he's a big fan of Nick. To be fair, Nick does a great job. He's way more entertaining than I'll ever be. And he's a good driver. So this is definitely not 1 p.m., even though it says 1300 up there. Yeah, I'm about to brake later. I mean, earlier there. Track just doesn't have quite as much grip. I wonder if that's Braddock in front of me. Oh, dude, I was not across the line there.
flag this lap. End of session.
Oh, that was bad. Yeah, the conditions I set this up in were definitely have more grip. Let's see if he gets pole. Oh. So well off the normal pace, but I think it's just the track. I mean, I can definitely do better than that, but I don't think I'm going to do low mid 33s.
P1, awesome job. Some heavy hitters out there too.
Wow, we got multiple people in the 35s. Could be a really good lobby. You know what? I'm not sure I changed the fuel for qualifying. I think I may have used the normal. Yeah, was it 0.5? Yeah, I was supposed to use less fuel. I didn't do it. That might be had saved me a few more tenths. I think they may have a fix for this tire pressure bug coming, which will be nice. Well, this will be interesting. My first ranked race here in GT4.
Get ready, mate.
Definitely got to get those tires up to temp. And remember to brake a little early in some of these places. All right. Now I just need not to screw up. Oh, something happened back there. It's easy to do on this track. Definitely one of the more slippery tracks, I feel like. Let's say tire temps. The front left is always going to be about 28, but the others are slightly lower than when I set the car up. So probably get a little more out of this setup, make some tweaks to it.
Holding your lead well. The car in second isn't making any progress on you. Comfortable lead now. Second place car is gaining ground, so keep it up.
Wow, I can't believe we're only halfway done. Feels like I've been driving for an hour.
halfway mark.
Oh, it's not my best. I'm guessing they did fix the track limits, though, because they don't seem that bad. I know this is a track that a lot of people complained about. I'm gonna dip the tire while I was under brakes there.
Closing on a back marker. This guy's all over the track a few laps back, so be careful getting past.
I was slow that time through there. Only 3 to go. Just got to keep it on the track, I think.
You're catching a back marker, just be careful. Car behind you isn't closing the gap. Keep your rhythm and stay focused. need some practice.
I'm not seeing a back marker on my map. Messed that lap up at the end a little bit.
Make sure you pit this lap. Pit this lap. Guys, get ready. 1 to go.
Let's bring it home. Looks like Braddock's got a battle going on back there.
Back marker ahead.
Good race, guys.
Car behind you isn't closing the gap. Keep your rhythm and stay focused.
Yeah, 134.3. Probably, definitely could have driven a little better, but yeah, I think these track conditions are about 1 second off the pace and the conditions I made the setup in. I wonder why it says 1,300 hours, but it has, which is basically, like midday almost. So. But the shadows look more like 7 p.m. or something.
That's P1, mate.
Save the replay. Did we get in time? Oh, we're the only player. Huh. Oh. I guess we'll be doing some hot laps here. Need to get done before the next race. I'll just leave the fuel where it is.
Clear of pit lane.
You know, we were just cutting it so close, even though we had a small lobby. Really strange. Car feels like it has a little more grip than it did in the first lap last race.
Start your timed lap. Make it count.
Check messages while that timer runs out. Usually not. Man, I'll just get practice here. If we jump out, we'll just be waiting or jumping in and practicing somewhere else until the next race. So. Oh well. Tomorrow, I hope to do the 4-hour endurance race in Le Mans Ultimate with one of my buddies. But if we do that, not sure of the time yet, but I may stream it. It'll be absolute chaos. Interlagos with multi-class is, yeah, all over the place. Also, based on the Project Motor Racing Discord, it sounds like there may be a patch that comes out early to mid next week, or at least it's a possibility. If that happens, then I may try to, if everything works out, jump on that afternoon and just test it out and stream and race. So keep an eye out for that. Hey Braddock, are you out there? Curious what kind of setup you were running last race. I didn't try very many GT4 cars here. My time was limited yesterday. I feel like the Aston Martin and the Camaro with some slight tweaks could probably be about the same pace.
Session over. Check it flag this lap. You've got pole position. Outstanding lap.
Let's go, Tomer. Should be able to finish this and have a few minutes to spare for the next race. And we'll just try slightly higher tire pressure since this evening track's a little cooler. See if it's better. Whoa! Oh, tire pressures were definitely not better there. That was weird. I don't think these lobbies have damage on because the car feels the exact same. We'll have to see if it... I feel like this game's weird in that way. Sometimes I can jump into a session or online race and the track feels so loose at the beginning, and then other times it'll just feel just like a single player practice. And it's supposed to be the same every race, I think. Or at least, you know, there may be some variation, but very slight. Could be in this case also the track evolution, since I did only one lap and there's nobody else in here. It may have less rubber to begin with. It feels okay everywhere else. Like right there's a place, like when you do that first lap and you use those the curve to get a little extra rotation, it can over rotate there, but it feels fine right now. So it's just odd that it decided to over rotate where it did so badly. Yeah, feels completely fine now. Who knows? Maybe that little bit of extra tire pressure, they were just a little too hot, and the track wasn't rubbered in. Yeah, I think I prefer the other tire temps. Now that they're kind of settling in, it is just a touch looser in the back. I guess this also can or test the small lobby theory with the points I generate from this race.
We're halfway through.
Yeah, I like it better with the other tire pressures. Hey, what's up, Howlin' Brown? Thanks, buddy. Good afternoon to you too. Hey, what's up, Redneck? What are you up to? You about to play some truck simulator? These tire pressures were worse at the beginning than what I originally had, but they seem to be a little stronger actually at the end. Or maybe I'm just kind of getting in a groove from doing so many laps. You probably have more time in race room than I do, Redneck. I have like, I don't know, less than 10 hours, probably like 5 or 6 total. So anything I do in race room when we all do that will definitely be on the slow side. We got 6 minutes until the next race, or 5. Yeah, it takes time, Redneck, to kind of figure out what you like and just get things set up. It's a little easier for me just because I have the playseat rig, so it kind of, once you get your distance from the wheel set up, it's everything else is in a decent place for you. Alright guys, I'm going to register for the next race and then go use the bathroom. Oh yeah, Redneck. Like, I think the average person, one, chase cam and controller is so much easier than people realize in Forza. Once you get used to it, like, not that you can't be good on a wheel, it's just it's more challenging for sure. But relearning, like, hey, when I feel this, I need to react this way, takes time, because on a wheel it's totally different than what you're gonna do. Ooh, let's do the spark. Than what you're gonna do on a controller. Like, on a controller, you're so used to, hey, when I feel this, I do this, and you have to relearn all of that. All right, guys, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. Hey, what's up, Drew? Yeah, everything's going well this week. It's been really busy. Hey, Redneck, I'd be interested because I played so much Forza before I tried something like Race Room. But I found Race Room just to be just the force feedback and everything. It's different. So when I jump in, I have to like braking points, different things like that. It's different. So I'm not fast, but just how it feels, it just felt way more intuitive than the Forza force feedback. Be curious how if you feel that same way or not. Are my brake lights on? I mean, I'm not touching my brake pedal, but they look awful bright there. Always a challenge, like the GT4, going from that to the GT3. It takes a minute. The cars feel very different. The GT4 cars just have much softer suspensions. Hey, thanks, Lunch. Leave it there. Oh, well, somebody's going to get good points with me being in here, because they're going to get a free position. Hey, thanks for the sub, Ivan. Guys, that is my race. Unfortunately. My wheel just goes crazy right there. Let's see who's in here. Well, you guys have fun. I am going to, maybe I'll stick around and just kind of see how qualifying times they put up. I actually took the time to tweak the setup a little more. But the race is never quite the same as practice, even though I tried to set the same conditions. Hey, thanks for the sub, Paul. My best was a 143.1, but I'm guessing it would be slower than that in the race, or even in qualifying in actual multiplayer. Yeah, Jim Bobby, that's just one of those days. So this is my 5th time trying to do a race since it began. And the first 2, I didn't have this issue. The first 2, I got like a few qualifying laps in, and then it disconnected. And I got booted out. And then I got 2 races in, and I happened to win both of those, which you can see on the leaderboard. And then this is my first time since the new week began. This is actually one of the first times I've received this bug where you're like out on the track upside down somewhere. Let's see, where do we want to? Yeah, I don't know what it is about this. Like when they added this is when my disconnect issue started. Right now I'm 2 out of 5. I got to race 2 out of 5 attempts series. But it carried over. Like I've had it happen in the other ranked races now also, which never happened for me before. Ooh, I don't know what's showing that. Can I not just watch? Do I not even have a connection to watch? Oh, here we go. All these people are sitting in the pits. I think everybody got disconnected. If anybody's out. Somebody's got the brake lights. Either is that, or I'm just completely hosed. Yeah, I think I'm just completely hosed. I'd be interested if anyone actually got into this race. Oh, well. Yeah, you can see my only two races that I've been able to get in. But I you know, like I said, I only tried 5 times, so yeah, look at that. So driving by myself, that's 30 points higher than I've ever gotten. And I've had some large competitive lobbies. So that is how people are getting really high scores. This was a 6-man lobby. This was me by myself. And that's how this guy has so many points. Soup is legit because me and him were tied at the end of last week. So he's done like 2 more races. If I can get similar scores, then I would be right around him. But like this guy, he was that way for him. He has 1 win, and he's higher than me by over 20 points. And that's how they're doing it. That's crazy. It's really frustrating, especially with this, since they're giving away that. And you know, that Spark, I looked up that company. Yeah. Because here's the thing is, yeah, they could take that away from them, but they have to do it before the week finishes and notify them to give them a chance, because they may be a legitimate, really fast driver who just couldn't get a lobby with people. It's not fair they get that many points in that case. It should always be much lower. But it's not fair to do it after the fact and not give them a chance to go and do it again, because they may think, oh, I got a lot of points, I'm good, and not try again. So yeah, I don't know how you handle that. You have to do it as soon as possible if you're going to take away a score. But yeah, 74 points I think is the most I've ever gotten, and I've had several Division 1 drivers, multiple split races and everything, and had pole and win and only got 74 points. Not much. My rating didn't really go up or down. My rating for GT4 was kind of low because that first weekend I just kind of goofed off and tested a lot of cars, and I didn't place very high often, and so it was like 89, 88, and then last weekend and this last couple of races, I guess it's moved back up a little bit. I didn't look at what it was before that last race, so I don't know if it went up or down at all. Yeah, Howling Brown. Before the disconnect, the main issue I had was the tire pressures. I have to toggle them before I hit drive every time, or they'll be super high when I jump in the car, because all the ranked online has tire warmers on. But it wasn't until they added the Spark challenge that I started having disconnects. I think before that, my only other disconnect was the first week of December. So I'm not sure what it is about when they added this. Did they update the servers and something get changed that makes it more frequent? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Drew. That's how people are scoring so high. And I had some people tell me that's what was happening. Either they were in a lobby by themselves, or only, like 81 points is still that's way too many points for a 6-person lobby. Like, I've never gotten over 74. And then a 6-person lobby, I get 81. By myself, I get 104. It's because it's not taking into account the number of players in the lobby. It's just taking like based on the average rating, I think, and I'm rated really high. So if I'm by myself, that lobby has maximum rating. Like in LMU, you have to have at least 5 cars in your class for it to even count, and I think they should probably do something like that in this. And it should also, even if the split has a lower overall rating, the number of drivers should count for something. You still have to survive turn 1 and stuff, even if you've got lesser drivers behind you. Like if I won in a lobby with only 10 people, I would expect to get something like this. Like all of these were wins. So just imagine if I did that for all 4 of these, I could have like over 400 points. That would be extremely unfair. I know a lot of people complain about this being every 2 hours, but I actually like that. I would prefer all of ranked to be staggered, where a person can go Like they could do this, then this, then this, without missing a race, and just have it every 2 or 3 hours, and only for a certain time window that kind of works across the globe. So it packs more people into a time slot, makes it more competitive, and then people can actually start using the social like it's meant to be, to do similar or the same race but shorter version or something like that until the next ranked race they want to do comes up. I know a lot of people may not like that, but coming from someone, I'm not a full-time streamer or someone who streams, has time to do it for a few hours every day, so I can't spam these, and I need something like this so that when I am able to do a race, that it's probably going to have quite a few people in it, because it's not something that runs every 30 minutes. Hey, what's up, Lukey? Of course I want to race. Of course. Hey, what's up, Gaddy? I think a lot of people, I'm probably in the minority on this, though, with the time slot things, but that's kind of how it works in Le Mans Ultimate. They actually list the time slots. It's not just every 3 hours. You have certain time slots and certain days of the week, but that's a different, and you only get like 2 attempts or sometimes only 1 attempt. I don't think Project Motor Racing doesn't have enough players to do that. Even in Le Mans Ultimate, if I don't do, there's like usually 1 main time slot and then possibly a second time slot that'll have multiple splits. Other than that, you don't even get a full split a lot of the time. So the way they're doing it, even with their player base, doesn't work well for the championship, like ranked type races. For the dailies, it's different. I'm going to do the GT4. I haven't even touched the other ones. I haven't even driven a GT3 car at Bathurst, I don't think. So I'm enjoying the GT4s. I like them. I'm guessing they probably won't be available once this whole championship ends in 9 hours, so it'll probably be something else. The reason I'm waiting, Luki, is I tried to do the Spark challenge, but I had one of those bugs at the beginning and couldn't do the race. Okay, yep, I'll go ahead and register so that people know that someone's going to do the race. Actually, before I register, let's go. I guess I have to confirm it and then go back. Let's see if there's any liveries for this car. I kind of back up my games folder for Project Motor Racing and start fresh every time there's an update, which is why I had a lot of these downloaded before that. That's why I don't have hardly anything installed at the moment. When I was in the factory driver program, that was kind of like you just did that for each new build, prevent issues. It may not be a thing anymore, but out of habit, I still do it. Guys, let me know if I'm missing something, but I don't really see any. Oh, this is a GT4 livery pack. Is it just? Oh, it's just the Mercedes and BMW. Yeah, I'm trying to read the names, make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, I don't think there's anything right now for this car. All right, let's register up. See what we do have. Yeah, I really prefer the orange, but we'll mix it up. Oh, nice, Lukey. Yeah, that game cracks me up. They do such a good job. Just kind of the sense of humor and everything in those games. I'm pretty sure that's what all these players, like these really high players, are doing too. Because you got to think. Say I had 74 across the board, which is the highest I've ever gotten in decent sized lobbies. I mean, this guy's what 100 and almost 140 points ahead. Like, I definitely wouldn't even come close to that, and I have these two scores. Yep, sounds good, Lukey. I think Lukey's a fan of Zolder also. When he gets back, I'll have to ask him. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to step away for just a second. All right, I'm back. Although everything's still good.
Right on you. Make him work for it. Here he comes. Got another one, 3 back.
Something seems off here. That's so weird. Alright guys, give me a second. Everything on the stream seems to be going well, but viewing the chat on my laptop, the app I use to view combined chat between Twitch and YouTube, seems to have messed up. If restarting it fixes it. So just know there may be some chat messages lost in the last minute or so if anyone said something. Wow. Something is down somewhere. Flying blind here, guys. I can't see chat, viewer count, or anything at the moment. It is starting to snow, yeah. There we go. All right, we'll give it a minute. At least it came up this time. Let's see if it connects. Okay, I'm just now getting those chats after Lukey's be right back. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Lukey, that's funny. I've never hit that. Just, oh. Hey, what's up, Pedro? Hey, sounds good. I did not try the Alpine here at this track. It tends to be a little slower than the other GT4 cars, but it may do well. There may be a track it does well. The gearing is long in that car. Longer. It can be a little sluggish. I think that's part of it. It has great rotation, though. It'll probably need some tweaks. That's older. Some cars that like the Supra always feels pretty stable, but I had to make some tweaks to get it to be faster and feel a little more stable. Nice, Pedro. So this will be my third. The first two were this morning, as far as at this track. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. You know, Redneck, I was the opposite. braking is the one thing. So I don't know what kind of pedals you have. I have load cell, so the further I press them, the strong, like the more resistance there is. And especially in Forza where you don't want to brake 100%, it made it for me. Once I got used to it, it was easier than braking with the controller. Is so easy to lock up if you're not using ABS. You really have to practice a lot, and with the pedals, I just found it easier. It was getting used to how the car rotates. Like there's certain places where the car wants to over rotate real easy, and it took me a while to get used to that. And part of it was just trying to get the force feedback right in Forza. But it just felt like I was driving blind at first. Like the back end you just lose it. No force feedback letting you know it was close to coming out. Yeah, I can see the wind's picking up a little bit outside. We got a little bit of snow falling now. Let me see what the temperature is outside right now. Wow, 22 feels like 10 degrees. I'll be right back, guys. I need to double check something. All right, I'm back. Yeah, Redneck, I was the same. You know, I've been playing controller for like well before they even had force feedback. And I never used the ABS or TC, but I did use ABS in Forza when I decided to start going online. I never used it in the previous Forzas, but I always use sim steering and no ABS. But then I switched to normal steering and ABS because the lobbies were so hectic when I first started doing multiplayer that you could sim twitch real easy. Let's go with that much fuel. We'll try that. Well, see, I think it's something to do with the spark, guys, because the only time I have it in other series is after it happens in the spark. Like I did 2 GT4 races with no issues. Yeah, I was fine with it, but it's just the lobbies were so hectic that if you need to move quickly, you know, I wasn't. I was going to have to practice more, and I went to the normal steering, but that was an adjustment because the normal steering feels like when you go to turn in, you have to turn in early. It feels like it hesitates, like it's definitely doesn't react as quick. So I had to adjust to that. Guys, I'm dead in the water again. Let's see if I think it's just I don't have a connection to anybody. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to back out. Oh. really tough. Hey, Lukey, Pedro, were you able to get in? And everything's good? There's something about this spark, because the other disconnects I've had since this was added, I think they've always happened right after. If I've gotten disconnected here, the next race I try to do, I get disconnected in also, or have some issue. I think yeah, well, Slick, I've gotten that. I can't help, but this is probably not the issue, but this is like, so say I register, there's only 2 cars available for this. But then, and if you complete the race, I think the same thing will happen, but you back out, go to single player. Hold on. See, we can see all the cars now, but I'll leave it. So we'll select that. And a lot of people, but it'll hang that, and you have to toggle it. Watch. So we'll do that. There's only these 2 cars are available. I have to toggle it to get them all. So something about that challenge, it doesn't necessarily have to be with the connection. There could be, some bugs around how it's limiting what car you can use and stuff like that. That's not getting reset correctly or initialized correctly when you go to another lobby or whatever. So this issue we're seeing since that's been added could, because the network, some people will get disconnected. It never happened to me. Like, I always was fine, especially since the last patch. Everything was really smooth. So it could be something else that's like throwing an exception in the code, or doing something that's messing up everything else. Because this is the first time they've offered something that has you can only use a limited number of cars within a class that I'm aware of. But yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, but I'm optimistic. I do think it'll get sorted. Like, I mean, there was no, they couldn't reuse their old engine, so they did have to start over to some degree. I mean, we'll never know for sure exactly, but like, networking code is difficult. And even look at the games like Call of Duty or these other online games. They even have issues when they launch, and they'll have betas and everything, and it's probably just an iteration of code that was written 10 years ago, and they still have issues. So yeah, it'll get sorted, I think, as long as they're allowed to continue working on it. Lukey, I sabotaged it on purpose. I just couldn't handle it. My ego could not handle taking the beating. Are you able to do the race, Lukey? Yeah, all slick. I'm not, you know, I'm definitely not in the know with what's coming in the next patch or anything like that. I don't have that kind of connection to the devs. Uh, but yeah, I think they were just trying to get stuff out. And now, if they can just get the disconnection issues worked out, which, like I said, maybe something more to it than just the networking code. But yeah, then they can take their time on each patch a little longer. They have been kind of rushing stuff out just to try to make the game more playable and keep a player base. But I'm glad that they're moving away from Friday releases, just because that sucks as a developer. Was any issue and you're basically working all weekend. It's much better to do it early in the week. I don't know if I would, if they feel like they're good and they leave Friday, then maybe you do it Monday. But Mondays can be hectic regardless. So it's usually better to do like a Tuesday, but we'll see what they do. But then they have normal working hours to fix everything. Yeah, so for me, I agree with everything you said, but there's one other issue that has to happen before I can do any kind of league race and all, and that is the tire pressure issue. Like, so I have to toggle before I hit drive, or I'll come out in really high tire pressures. And if I run those really high tire pressures, the middle will wear extremely fast, so the tire wear will be the life will be much smaller or shorter than usual. That same thing happens if I do a pit stop and change tires. So to do any kind of league where you have a longer race and have to have a pit stop, then that also needs to be fixed for me. I'm not sure if everybody has that issue. I know a lot of people do, but some people, they don't toggle the tire pressures, and everything's always fine for them. Yeah, so what I'm saying is that's not fixable by toggling, because you can't toggle when you do a pit stop. So it's so as soon as I do a pit stop and change tires, they come out with high tire pressures. There's nothing I can do about it. So I can toggle and do it before I start qualifying or a race, but I can't do anything about it when I pit. And I think that's crucial to league races. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could definitely do shorter races. But I reported that about a week before Christmas, and I did get a response within the last week, or maybe right before the last patch, that they think they figured that out and have a fix, but they just didn't want to include it in the last patch because it needed a little more testing. So hopefully that one will be fixed in the next patch. It does, redneck, but what the issue is that it doesn't matter what tire pressure you select. When tire warmers are on, which they are, automatically for ranked races, as soon as you go out, it there's an issue. It makes the tires, the pressure way higher than it should be. So say you set the pressure to 21, like when they warm up, they're probably going to be like 24 or so, like 3 psi higher. But for whatever reason, it'll make it like 10 higher. There's nothing you can do about it. So it's just some kind of issue in the tire warmer logic. But yeah, you do have a pit strategy set up. You can set it up to say how much fuel you want to add, do you want to change tires or not, and all that. And I haven't messed with it because of that issue, but I think you can do it in the MFD while you're driving also, just like LMU. It's different than Forza. I haven't played Forza in so long, it's hard for me to remember. But in Forza, you kind of like, as soon as you go into the pits, you know, there's that automatic, it takes over for you, and then you select the tire and fuel is different than that. No, Redneck is on YouTube right now, as far as I can tell. Yeah, Pedro, it's the MFD. It's I haven't looked at that part of it in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's very similar to LMU. And you can adjust those things. Yeah, it should be showing up on the screen though. Is my chat not showing up? Yeah, you should be able to see it. So you can't see it in the Twitch chat, but it should be on the screen. Yeah, he's currently on YouTube. He used to use Twitch a lot, but he's viewing on YouTube today. Oh, you can't see it in the YouTube chat? That would be a YouTube thing, and that might explain why YouTube may be having some issues, because before last race, I had to, how I view both chats, I have an app and a widget that pulls from both Twitch and YouTube, and the whole YouTube thing went down. So something with their API where it calls to get the updates, they may be having some issues. Yeah, Lukey, are you talking social? Yeah, I think it's something to do with not this. I think it's something to do with YouTube. Maybe they're having like a small issue somewhere. Yeah, I guess I don't understand. Are you saying you don't understand why he has a YouTube emblem, but yet you can't see him in the YouTube chat? Is that what you're asking, Oslick? So Pedro, they do have, the track is dynamic, how it rubbers in and everything. As far as how the rain works and having a wet line and all that, I'm not sure. I haven't driven in DMR in the rain a lot. Maybe Redneck, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure what all games have dynamic track. I know that Race Room does not have dynamic track, but I think most games do now. Okay, that's good to know, Oslick. Now, here's the thing: when it first starts raining and there is no dry line, and the rain will wash the rubber away eventually, but at first the rubbered in part, when it gets wet, will not have as much grip. as being off the line, so that's kind of like the wet line. Usually, like turns will be more V-shaped, like you'll come in slightly off the line, a little more narrow. Do you know if it does that? LMU just added that. They're trying to do, or at least modified that to make it work correctly. Yeah, I know that the PMR definitely has like the rubbered in part and the dry line and everything. I just wasn't sure how well it worked off the line and stuff like in real life. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that explains it. So you can, in that case, you can probably just drive the normal line and be just as fast. I do, Drew. I do. So my NGT mod and my GTE are, it's a GTE and GT3 together, but those two mods, the GT3 and the NGT mod, I have updates waiting. So I now have base setups for all of the cars in GTE and NGTE, or NGT, which before I only had a couple. So now I'm guessing the mod will get released, or the update to those mods will get released when they release the next patch. And that'll mean all of my mods will have a base setup for every car in the classes that those mods cover. And so I wanted to get that out of the way, and then I've already started working on the next class I'm going to do. You know what? I haven't registered. I need to register. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Pedro, I would like to have some pre-programmed strategies where you could, in the MFD, instead of having to like change everything, just kind of have like a pre-programmed wet strategy where I can just say, oh, you know, I can call for request a pit stop and just hit like the number 1 on my keyboard, or just toggle a pre-selected thing if I want to go to wets or something. I can already have that pre-programmed in the pit strategy. It would be nice to have both those options, because sometimes while you're driving, it's really hard to like go through and change the tire, do all this stuff. Oh yeah, I bet, Lukey. GT7 is a really good game. I haven't played it, but just in watching it, it's so polished. Yeah, no problem, Drew. Yeah, so you can, but it's only one. I would like to have multiple pre-programmed that I could select from. Like, say if there's a chance of rain, maybe I have my normal pit stop already set up, but I have a rain pit stop set up also just in case, and I could toggle that during the race. Yeah, I never played ACC online, so I never really had to do with the pit strategies. I just did the single player in that game. I got in really late because I've only had a wheel for a little less than, like, maybe 20 months or something like that. Oh, that's cool, Redneck. Yeah. So I have to be honest. I much prefer like the race room force feedback handling over ACC. ACC does some things really well, but then there's other things I didn't like about it. But that's everybody's different on that, so it's nothing against ACC. I haven't tried the latest AC Evo update, but the previous one I did try, and I thought it felt good. So. Yeah, I think ACC is to me that's one of the first more, I don't know, real sim type games that also came to the console. Maybe it is the first, but I'm late to the wheel. But that seemed like if you like GT3 cars and stuff like that, that was kind of top dog. It seemed like from my perspective. I didn't really play on a wheel and do sim racing back then, so maybe I'm wrong. I know iRacing's always been a big deal, but it just has so many different types of cars. Race Room's always been good, I guess, but it came out 2013 maybe. When did ACC come out? I thought ACC was a few years after that, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, thanks, Drew. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I guess you could count Project Cars, but I tried Project Cars once a long time ago on the controller, like when I was, well before I ever thought about getting a wheel. And I didn't like it on the controller, but I didn't try changing any settings or anything. um, yeah, that's might be a good possibility of that one coming sooner rather than later. I'm not going to reveal what I'm working on yet, but yeah, you might be happy. Yeah, that's what I thought, Redneck. I thought. Hey, give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hey, thanks, Grumps. Yeah, I think I really think PMR has a future with league racing and just overall from working on setups and in multiple games. No game is perfect when compared to real life, but some of the things I really like about PMR is like negative camber works like it does in real life. Like, my setups run a lot of negative camber, and I mean, just look at Daytona. I think the BMW and GT3 maybe and GTD Pro maybe qualified second, but had to go to the back of the pack because they were running too much camber. I don't know how far that, but that's like when you look at a spec sheet. Usually that camber is something that's set by like Michelin based on tire compound and sidewall stiffness. Like, so at one race it may be negative 3.5, or another maybe negative 4. But then you have your car specific stuff like power and weight, which everybody talks about, but there's also like the minimum rear wing and stuff like that. that's per car. PMR is the only game that kind of gets that right, where I could do something very similar to that spec sheet, like my own, and really get the cars dialed in. It's like in LMU and Forza, you always run like low camber, or yeah, low compared to what they run in real life. They're limited. Real GT cars, it depends on the type of car. It can vary greatly, like type of car and the tires being used. But yeah, I know if you go look up the Michelin specs, like at Mosport, I think the maximum negative allowed at that race last year was negative 3.5. But yeah, they're running quite a bit. Like they're definitely running quite a bit of negative camber because it's faster. Unless you know, if it's just a pure speed track. That's Pedro when the wheels look like they're tilted in, if you're looking from the top down. Like the top of the tire is closer to the center of the car than the bottom of the tire, so that when you turn, you know, and the car rolls, you're still on the center of the tire. You always want some negative camber, even when it's rolled. You want it to be negative still, because the way the tire deforms underneath. But yeah, PMR is one of the, yeah, I haven't played every sim, but it's one of the few where stuff like that works as it should, or at least closer to normal. So oil slick, you always want negative camber. So yeah, they would be going, almost all of them are probably running max negative camber allowed. Yeah, F1's going to be different because it's just a very different style. So on the, compared to GT3, I'm talking like GT3 and like road course type racing. All right, guys. Oh. Yeah, I don't think they're not running enough like in GT3 for it to really affect top speed that much. I mean, they're probably only allowed to run negative 3.5 or something at Daytona. I didn't look what it was, but I've never seen it over negative 4 in the few spec sheets I've looked at. But I wish they would do that, or do little things like limit ride height, limit like things that are in real life. So even LMU, the open setup races, or real races, are never that open. I think it would help with BOP also. Because there's always a meta car in LMU. There's always a couple cars that are much stronger than the others at a track. You know, not as bad as the Audi and PMR right now, but you know what I mean.
5 minutes left.
Hopefully everybody made it in. To the lobby. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, they're gonna let me by. Thank you, sir. That actually really helps. Oh, I messed up that exit, bro. Yeah, that's why I don't even do GT3 right now. Because that car is so much faster that you can be a better driver than somebody, like by half a second or more. But if they're in that Audi and they don't mess up, I mean, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. It's so strong right now. I hope they add the GT cars to the next month's ranked racing. The balance isn't that bad, and they're so much fun. Hey, thanks, Polo, and I appreciate the follow there, buddy. Germany. You know, there's a lot of good drivers from Germany. A lot of good cars, too. I wish I could see who I'm behind here. Oh, dude, you don't have to let me by. I'm just... Thanks, though. Yeah, also look, I'm not sure what you mean. Redneck usually views from Twitch, but he was on YouTube today. I'm gonna, I don't want it to go into overtime because of me. Oh, you can't see his comments. No, I'm pretty sure YouTube's having some issues right now. So my stream's running fine, but I've had weird things going on in my chat where I see both of them combined. How much fuel do I need for this race? .3. Hey, what are you playing right now, Redneck? You still in race room trying to figure things out? Or did you switch to the truck simulator? Whatever that was, Euro something. Oh, I hear you. Well, that's late for you. Because I know you've been up a while, probably.
P1, awesome job. Some heavy hitters out there too.
Hey, Lukey, how does the Porsche feel around here? That car can be a little loose. So yeah, you may want to lower the rear ride height some if you're finding the back ends wanting to kick out too easy. Yeah, good luck, Lukey. Good luck, everybody. Make sure I got plenty of fuel. I'll have to toggle before I jump in. Car looks, I love the way the Supra looks. Yeah, Lukey, I would probably go like 2 clicks down on the rear ride height and start there. See if that helps, because it's already set to max rear wing, I'm pretty sure. No, this is ranked race. How high? Hey, thanks, Drew. Ah, got you, Redneck. You do have the Euro one also, right? Or maybe I'm imagining things. Let's get these tires warmed up. This is definitely a little loose at the moment. Yeah, there hasn't been many people online for the GT4 races. I think people just don't like. Had to be easy there because last time I spun there on the first lap, Zolder. I think maybe that's it. Oh, Lukey, what happened? Yeah, I like the GT4s. I feel like they're a good next step up if somebody's coming from MX5 and wants something that's a little bit more challenging. Oh, Lukey. Yeah, it's been happening today. It's one of those days. A lot of magic. Yep. My wheelbase and in-game wheel settings, like the Oak Global, are in the description. So you'd probably want to run those also, just if you want to feel what I feel.
You've got the fastest lap right now. Nice work.
You got Dan and Night Owl keeping me honest back there. On YouTube. I need to add them to Twitch too, I guess. I didn't think about it. I didn't know there's, yeah, I could add them there also, I think. I think it allows for me to enter that much. I like this track though. I think it's a GT4 is a good car for this track. Probably a little small for something really fast like a hypercar. For a second, I thought maybe I'd cut off too much. Well, it looks like we've had a little chaos behind us. We got some breathing room.
Holding your lead well. Car in second here to make easy progress on you.
Hey, what's up? Sorry, I can't read your username easily here while I'm driving. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, this car just feels so good, and the gears fit this track well. Because you can't change the gearing in GT4. A little wide there on the first turn left.
Halfway through the race, keep it up.
I love the windmills in the background. It looks so cool. Felt like I was a little slow through there. Yeah, I was a little slow there. Yeah, I did make some slight changes. Hold on, I can't. It was not much. So I want to say a slight change to the tire pressure, max rear wing, and I think one click down on rear ride height. I think that's all I changed for this car. What do you mean the clutches are so broken? Hey, thanks for the follow. Hold on, I got to get to it straight away. I can't see who followed yet. Mr. Beef Dude. Hey, what's up? I recognize that name from the PMR Discord. Yeah, Lukey, it definitely needs some love. I'll pay more attention to chat in the straightaways. Oh, sarcasm. I got you. Yeah, when we don't have disconnects and stuff, it runs well. I love the way most of the cars feel. You know, I have added my own force feedback settings and my own setup, but yeah, I like it. What's up, Green Spotted? My driving is falling off here, reading chat and driving. I'm not very good at it, this track. It's a lot of turns.
The car in second isn't making any progress on you.
Yeah, how high? I think I'm going to try to do the next one. Assuming I can make it in time. All right, guys, let me finish this lap and then I'll last lap, and then I'll catch up on chat.
Schedule pit stop this lap. Pit this lap. White flag is out. Final lap. You're leading. Bring it home.
So I will do the Spark Challenge, but I think that's like another hour away. I'm going to try to do the GT4 though, as long as I can make it in time to register. Good race, guys. Hey, sounds good, hell, huh? Hey, no worries. Yeah, we don't care about the pace here. We're just having fun.
Congratulations on the win.
Hey, what's up, Gaz?
Amazing drive.
Gaz is super fast. I think his username in the game is Soup. All right, guys, we're going to go jump into the next GT4 race real quick. We got 1 minute. This is delivery I got disconnected with last time, so we'll see. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Hey, yeah, good race, everybody. Good race, Drew. All right, I'm back. Oh, we ended up with 24 this time. Nice. Yeah, my class rating is not going up at all, I don't think, even though it's probably 1. Maybe like 5 or 6 straight now in GT4. Scotia, Scott, not sure what I should call you there, but yeah, jump in. I think the next one will be the Spark Challenge if we can finish this in time. Yeah, guys. I was kind of surprised that Boris didn't stream again yesterday. I know he doesn't usually do weekends, but maybe I missed something in his chat and he didn't plan to, but he normally streams during the week. I tune in sometimes when I'm working, when I can. Okay, guys. Yeah, that may be it. I don't know. Wow, 22. Nice. I hope everybody got in. No disconnects here. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, shoot. I tried to miss him, but I clipped him. He was backing out. Yeah. I didn't actually see the comment, but I think one of the devs came on the TMR Discord and said that they weren't going to do update yesterday. I kind of, based on how I heard it. I didn't see the actual comment, but maybe they're going to try to steer clear of the Friday updates. So I'm hoping they update early to mid next week. Yeah, Lukey, I don't know if you saw it, but it wasn't me. I was trying to dodge that guy, and he clipped me. There was a pile up in the middle of the road. Yeah, exactly, guys.
You're on the clock now. This lap is counting.
Somebody's leaving banana peels out here, Lukey. Oh, that was bad. All right, hopefully the tires are getting close to good. We should be able to push it next lap.
Remaining in the session.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. There may be several fast people in here. May be hard to get some clean air.
Timing screen shows you're the quickest car on track right now.
Oh, let me through. Let me through. Hey, thanks for the sub there, Scotia. He wanted to get loose there. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to get a great lap in here. Let's see. Not a great start. Oh, okay, Lukey. Maybe I'll be able to improve, but I'm probably going to hit traffic. Yeah, this guy's going to slow me up here in the kink. Slowed up a little bit for him, but not too bad. Probably bad here though. Sorry. Just trying to stay out of the way there. I messed that turn up. At least I thought I did. I think I gained time. Maybe that's faster. Oh. Ditching it on purpose there. So I could hit escape. I wasn't going to better the time. Oh, no worries, Lukey. Yeah. There was a pile up there. I was trying to avoid them. Didn't work out. Yeah. When I was setting it up in practice, I could get low 33s with this Supra setup, but I was at a different time of day. It says 1300, but the shadows say it's late, and it's just not as grippy as what I was practicing on. So it's probably some tweaks. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the BMW, the first 2 gears are really short. You almost don't even want to go down into second gear. Hey, good morning, MPK. A lot of familiar names in this lobby.
That's pole, mate. Amazing stuff.
Make sure I got enough fuel. I can't remember, what is it? 5.3. Yeah, I feel like here, like you said, you like the BMW, so it's and 33s is definitely. I think if you could do it with the BMW, I haven't driven it here, but the Aston Martin and the Camaro both are very similar to the Supra. I felt like. Hey, thanks, Drew. Good luck to you as well. If you're in the lobby, I may have missed it there. Good luck to everybody. All right, let's jump in. Hey, thanks, Lukey. Is somebody stuck? I didn't think there was that much time left. Oh, I got a perfect jump. Have to be careful through there on the first time. But the car always wants to come around there on the first lap, like it did that one lap where I did lose it. When I was racing by myself. Although that still surprised me. I felt so loose that time. Maybe some people had an accident back there. They fell back. Well, I'm getting better at Zolder. At least in GT4. Yeah, I really like it. Like in the GT4s, it's perfect. Oh, yeah, I've only driven that in LMU. It is a good track, though.
The car behind isn't closing. Keep your rhythm and stay focused.
For whatever reason, the car felt different there. Maybe I didn't brake as hard as I thought. I did something different, I guess. See, I don't think that's a track. I feel like my left side is probably inside the line based on the camera, how I'm seeing it. I'll have to double check the replay. Maybe it's just one of those things where I'm off. It doesn't look like it in the cockpit view. Yeah, same. I mean, if that is true, the gravel's the penalty, then I mean, that should be penalty enough. I shouldn't get a time penalty on top of it. I don't see a back marker on my map. A little slow through there. I wonder if we'll have time to make the spark. I think we might end up being late.
Watch out for this back marker up ahead.
That's the first time I've ever gotten it for going too far inside there. It's good to know that. Yeah, 6 minutes, and we still got 3 laps left. I think we're going to be late.
Back marker ahead.
Felt good enough to take that with more speed.
Back marker ahead.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get. I've only tried once this morning since the new week began, but I got one of the issues, so I wasn't able to do the race. I really messed that up.
You're catching a back marker. Just be
Oh,
careful.
thanks, sir. Some people in LMU could learn from him. He held his brakes and waited for me to pass. I started one, but I preferred the Mustang there, so I didn't never really get it too dialed in.
Hit this lap. Hit this lap. Stand by, guys. 1 to go.
That last comment was in regards to the question about the Corvette at Daytona.
Back marker ahead.
I wonder if it's doing the back marker thing because there's a car on the other side of the track that gets close that's way behind me. I wonder if it's detecting it based on that and they're not actually in front of me on the track. They're just kind of close. I doubt that's it. It's probably someone who disconnected there. Hey, I can't see yet who subscribed or followed. Give me a second. That was a slow lap. Good race, everybody. Hey, thanks for the sub, Texer. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that. Okay, guys, that makes sense. Hey, thanks, Lukey. Those last 2 laps, I was not as focused. This is a really tough track to read chat and drive on. Yeah, we're not going to make this our 11 a.m. according to my PC. Hey, GG's, Drew. Yeah, guys. I'll just have to try to do it another time. I definitely want to try to do at least 2 more and try to get a decent score. I don't know that I'll be able to compete with the guys who are getting like those really high point totals because they're driving by themselves or with 2 other people in the race. And I know me and you are right there. I think we were tied. So, yeah. It'd be cool if maybe we could tie for 3rd and they just give it to us both. Okay, guys, I didn't know that. Why is he not eligible? Did he get caught using a hack or something, or is it just because? Because look, this morning I had 6 people in a lobby, and then I had like 10 seconds to jump after this race to jump into the next, and I did. I ended up being by myself, and I got 104 points for racing by myself. I think I know you guys had said that. I didn't, I hadn't seen it or experienced that, but today's the first time I've experienced these point totals. I've never scored more than 74, but I've never been in small lobbies in ranked. Hey, thanks for the follow, El Criso. Oh, location. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it is. And I knew something was off. I just didn't, because I want to say, I did the GTE in December, and then I knew something was off with some of it based on what I was seeing in some of the other series, but I didn't really worry about doing it in January. And it was just, but I didn't realize it was this off until the last week or so. Yeah, it's just one of those things where that's off, but it can be hard to get bigger lobbies, so you're not really in control. Like, you could win 2 races that week but only have 15-20 players, and somebody else who's equally as good have much bigger, stronger lobbies and win and get, it's just and I think that's okay when that happens. It's just, it would be nice if maybe I like that there's time in between this, like 2 hours. I wish maybe if they did something a little bit like that where the lobbies tend to be bigger because of that, until we get a bigger player base, and then we can lean on the social in between the races or something. But I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. But they got to fix the point system first. Hey, yeah, no problem, no, Chris. So, yeah, just so everyone knows, I do have I submitted, actually early this week, I submitted updates to the GTE GT3 mod and the NGT mod. So once those get released, then I'll have a base setup for each car. So every mod I have will have a base setup for each car in that class. Hopefully that gets released along with an update next week. We'll see. Hey, see you, Lukey. I think I may be calling it as well. I was going to end it with the Spark, but we didn't have enough time to get in there. Thanks for hanging out, Lukey, and racing with us, and of course, moderating, keeping things cool. Although everybody, I never have a problem with the chat. Everyone's always awesome. Yeah, Pedro, I'm actually, so I'm going to end it here. I have to, I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, start preparing. So I'm already getting a little snow here, and it's really cold. We're supposed to maybe get as much as 12 inches, which in where I live in the U.S. is extremely rare. So we don't have the equipment to handle that. easily. And the winds are going to be real high. I'm hoping the power doesn't go out. Yeah, guys, I haven't messed with the LMDH just yet. I'm kind of working my way there as I work through the classes just with setups. And I've been holding off on that just because I've been expecting that they're still going to make some more changes there. And I didn't want to get base setups and get them out there and then have to redo them all again. Yeah, how hot? It was fun, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the Spark, but I will probably, if they do an update like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm hoping to be able to get on like around 3 p.m. or something like that and stream for a couple hours and check out the latest update. I'm sure Boris and those guys will be on as well. Oh, wow, Pedro. Yeah, we're going to have some fast winds here, but not quite that fast. Hey, thanks, Jim Bobby. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Drew. Well, guys, I really appreciate everyone stopping by and the subs and follows and everything. You know, the PMR community is strong, so we just gotta get the kinks worked out in the game. I think we're going to be fine. So, thanks again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.